Hey guys! My name's Janice.
My name's Eleni.
And today we're doing a book haul. Our first one, get down. So, these are the books that we're going to review. Show yours.
And these are the books that I'm going to review.
Pretty exciting if you're a book lover.
Yes.
Alright, so my camera shows everything backwards. So, I'm going to say it for you guys. So the first book that I purchased is called Deep Down Popular, a novel by Phoebe Stone. I think I pronounced her name wrong, and hope she forgives me. So this book is pretty much about a girl who's pretty much like an outcast. She's nerdy, dorky, and she eats lunch by herself, which is kind of sad. And I believe she's like a high school student. She meets this guy who is named Conrad, and she's been having her eye on him. I think she has a crush on him, and he's a very popular guy, and they end up liking each other. So if you're into those kind of stories where opposites attract, then this book is for you. Once again, Deep Down Popular by Phoebe Stone.
My book I got from, it's called Cut by Patricia McCormick, I think. I got this from Scholastic, and it was originally $9, but I got a sale for $4, so couldn't beat that. But to me, it's kind of a short story, and I'm going to read the back for you guys. Kaylee cuts herself, never too deep, never enough to die, but enough to feel the pain, enough to feel the scream inside. Now she's at Sea Pines, a residential treatment facility filled with girls struggling with problems of their own. Kaylee doesn't want to have anything to do with them. She doesn't want to have anything to do with anyone. She won't even speak, but Kaylee can only stay silent for so long. So this book is a short story, of course, and I wouldn't know what category to put it in, but I think it would be a realistic fiction because this could happen. So, yes. Cut by Patricia McCormick. Sorry.
And the next book that I have to show you guys is called Origin by Jessica McCoury. I have seen lots of reviews on YouTube about this, and people are just raving about it, saying how amazing it is. So I had to pick it up. So this book, I'm going to read the back for you guys. It says, Pia has always known her destiny. She is meant to start a new race, a line of descendants who will bring an end to death. She has been bred for no other purpose, genetically engineered to be immortal, and raised by a team of scientists in a secret compound hidden deep in the Amazon forest. Now those scientists have begun to challenge her, with the goal of training her to carry on their dangerous work. For as long as she can remember, Pia's greatest desire has been to fulfill their expectations, but on the night she returns 17, she finds a hole in the seemingly impenetrable fence that surrounds her sterling home. That's not the whole thing because it's pretty long, but pretty much I guess she's an experiment, and she kind of discovers a world that's beyond what she's used to. So I heard a lot about it. I read the back, and I thought that it sounds really interesting. It kind of reminded me of the show called Terra Nova, how they transport to a new world due to their world being polluted and just nasty and not in a habitat where they can live in. So when they go to this new place, they have a fence surrounding them, and it kind of reminds me of a character from there. I forgot her name or his name, but they leave the gate to kind of see what's behind it. And I feel like I can compare this to that show. So if you're into sci-fi and just adventure, I feel like this book is meant for you. So if you like it, pick it up if it interests you. Once again, it is called Origin by Jessica Khoury. I'm sorry. God, I'm bad with names. Jessica Khoury.
The next books that I got were actually a series. Radiance and Shimmer by Alyson Noel. Part 1, Part 2. And it's about a family who actually dies, and they tell like how heaven is and how they feel. But the girl ends up having like bad spirits in book 2, but in book 1, sorry, she just tells her experience in heaven and how she got there, and basically what she does there, how it's different. So, yeah.
If you're into spiritual books and if you're really religious, this is meant for you. Great books. So, the next 3 books that I'm going to show you is a trilogy. I think that's how you pronounce it. So, the first one is called ttyl, Talk to Later. ttfn, Tata for Now. And the last one is largar, Later Gator. And these books are by Myracle. So, the way that these books are written is in like instant messaging kind of way. So I'm going to show you guys an example. If you guys can see that. So it's kind of like, it looks backwards, I'm sorry. So it's kind of like they're messaging each other on the computer, and this is just like 3 girls that are in high school, and they're kind of working their way up to senior year, and they gossip, they tell each other everything, they're best friends. And there is so much drama in these books, and these books are beyond amazing. Like, it's an easy read. You can finish this within, like, a day. Like, it's so good, like, you can't put it down. Maybe within, like, a few minutes you'll finish it, because they're about, I would say around, sorry, it's taking me, 209 pages long, and they're super good. So, yeah, this is good for any girl who's like into gossip and drama and all that fun stuff. This book is good for you. Okay, so I'm going to read the back for you guys. Told entirely in instant messages, this smart, funny novel is about the humor, hangovers, and heartaches of high school and the friendship that gets you through it all. Oh. On the first day of 10th grade, best friends Maddie, Mad Maddie, Angela, Snow Angel, and Zoe Girl, which is their usernames, so you're aware of that, vow not to let school stupidness get them down or split them apart. But as the weeks pass and the instant messages accumulates, it's clear that 10th grade will be a roller coaster ride of boy temptation, math torture, donut emergencies, and queen bee encounters. Then a jerky boy sends peppy Angela into the dumps, though Maddie makes a mistake and has the whole school talking. And good girl Zoe gets in over her head with the flirty teacher. Will the winsome threesome make it through the year? So this book, like I said, full of drama. You don't want to put it down. It's like you're living your life. It's like if you're like me and who's a good girl, doesn't party, I don't know. It's like you're living a life in this book. So it's really good. I love it. And it's funny. So pick it up. Pick up Tata for Now. Talk to you later. And Later Gator. Such beautiful covers too. Recommend them. Once again, they are by Myracle.
I got a series. Matched by Condie. Right here. This is the first book. And then I got the second book, Crossed by Condie. Sorry. And I got the newest book, Reached by Condie. Sorry. This is I'm gonna read the back for you guys because I know that this is a what it's about, but I'm not very clear about what it's about. So, Cassia has always trusted their choices. It's hardly any price to pay for a long life. The perfect job, the ideal mate, So when her best friend appears on the matching screen, Cassia knows with complete certainty that he is the one, until she sees another face flash for an instant before the screen fades to black. Now Casey is faced with impossible choices between Alexander and Kai, between the only life she's known and a path no one else has ever dared follow, between perfection and patience. I'm just going to read the first cover because I don't want to spoil the rest for you. But I thought that these books were really interesting and very cool.
The covers are amazing. They're beautiful.
Yes. And this is kind of like the dystopian world that they're living in, where the government has control over them. So I like the Hunger Games, which is also a dystopian book, and also that book.
Divergent series. Gotta pick it up.
And I wanted to pick it up because it's a dystopian world. Those are cool books.
My next book, I just showed you it, is Divergent by Veronica Roth. Everyone's been talking about this book. I have not read it. I know. Thumbs down for me. Boo. So sad. I had to pick it up finally. Because they had it for $7.99 at Target. I was like, let me get it. So I already heard that they're having a movie coming out on this book. And of course, I want to read it before I see it. So I have plenty of time. So I'm going to read the back for you guys. One choice decides your friends. One choice defines your beliefs. One choice determines your loyalties forever. One choice can transform you. You'll be up all night with The Divergent, a brilliant thrill ride of a novel by Book Page. And there's plenty of other people who rave about the book. So this book there are so many good things said about this book, and it's kind of also dystopian world. So I'm very excited about this book. I hear it's somewhat like the Hunger Games, like the idea, but totally different, and I'm just stoked because I love the Hunger Games, and I can't wait to get into it. So if you haven't read it, I recommend that you read it because I've heard good things about it. That's why I bought it.
My next book is not a lot of people know this. It's called Dark Lord by Jamie Thomson. I got this at a book fair actually for $5. And I'm gonna read the back for you guys. Greetings, punk humans. In your hands, you are holding a tome of staggeringly evil genius. It is not for the faint of heart or for the
Whining
masses. It is for those willing to serve as my devoted minions. Will I plan your greatest feat yet? Surviving life as a human boy and returning to my rightful place as ruler of the dark lands. Before I can exact revenge, I must infiltrate this world and learn its ways. And it has lots more to it. See? I picked up this book because it looked interesting and it sounded interesting. And I was like, why not? Give it a try.
So, my last, final book. I know, don't cry. The book that I'm going to talk about is called I Am Furniture. And this is by Thalia Chaltas. And I will read the back for you. And it says, Finding Her Voice. I can't pronounce the character's name, but I think it's called Ankes. Ankes. It's A-N-K-E. I can't pronounce it. But I keep wanting to say Anne. I don't know. But I'm going to say Anki. Anki. Yeah. So Anki's father is abusive to her brother and sister, but not her. Because to him, she is like furniture. Parts of the background invisible. Then Anki makes the school volleyball team. As Anki learns to call for the ball on the court, she finds a voice that she never knew she had. But for the first time, Anki is making herself seen and heard, working toward the day that she will be able to speak up loud enough to rescue everyone at home, including herself. So, this book is a very easy book to read through. It's written in like poetry format. If you've read any books by Ellen Hopkins, I guess you could say this is kind of similar to it. Like on every page, the poetry is written like in a different style. So if you're a person who doesn't like reading books that are like this, like tons of words on one page and it kind of overwhelms you, but you still want to read, I recommend this book and the ttyl series. I mean, it's trilogy, I'm sorry. Like, this book is something that's really easy. It's just for fun, but it has meaning to it when you're reading it. Like, there's a story behind the poetry. So, the back of the book pretty much explains the book. She's someone who's unnoticed by her family, especially her father. Like, they don't really care. He doesn't really care for her. And her brother and sister are getting abused by the father. That's one thing they don't explain what kind of abuse they go through, but that's something for us to find out. And I feel like the cover is beautiful. Like, you see the furniture and just a white silhouette. And I feel like it's a beautiful cover. And yeah, so I'm really excited to read that one especially. I feel like it's something that I can read before I go to bed because it's just really short, simple. And yeah, so I'm excited to read it.
My last book that I'm gonna do it on is What Happens to Goodbye by Sarah Dessen. Yeah. And it shows that she has other books on the first page, the very first page. If you read those books, which are kind of similar. And I'm gonna read it back. A new day, a new place, a new life. In the past few years, McLean has pretended to be so many different people that she hardly remembers who she really is anymore. The adorable guy next door might be able to help her figure it out, but is she ready for it? This, I'm guessing, is a romance, a love story. And you would like it if it's a romance story. I just started the book, but so far it is good. It's okay, because I just started it. Not really much action happening. And that's about it with this book. But I got it from a Scholastic, and I think I had gotten it for $6.
Can't beat the price there. So, guys, that is the end to our book haul. We will be having more in the future along with book reviews because we're going to be reading these books. So after that, we're going to review them. So we'll kind of go into more depth of you know what I mean, into what the books are really about and whether or not we like them. So subscribe, comment, and rate this video, and we'll answer your comments because we're cool like that and we're new. So, thank you so much, and if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see, please let us know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much, and have a great, pleasant day.